understand. You looked into my eyes and promised we'd never part. Every little word became a home inside my heart. We danced beneath the midnight sky, dreaming of forever, you and I never thought the stars would fade, or love could disappear this way. I believed every I love you, every promise felt so true. If I had known what time would bring, would I have given you everything before you changed? You were my safe place, the only light I saw in every dark day. You made forever sound so real. Now forever is the deepest wound I feel. Before you changed, I never feared goodbye. I never imagined I'd cry every night. You were my whole world, my only flame. Now all I have is your name. The pictures smile, but I can't anymore. They remind me of the love we had before. I replay every memory in my mind, searching for the moment you left me behind. Was it something I didn't see, or did you slowly stop loving me? I keep asking questions to the empty room, but silence is the only truth. If I could turn back time tonight, I'd hold your heart a little tighter. But love can't live on memories alone, and now I'm learning how to grieve on my own. Before you changed, you were my everything, the reason every broken bird could still sing. Now your voice is just an echo in the rain, and every heartbeat whispers your name. Before you changed, I believed in forever. Now forever feels like never. I close my eyes and slowly fall apart, still holding the pieces of my heart. Maybe the hardest goodbye is the one that begins before anyone says a word. You used to call before the sun would rise. Now your silence answers every night. Your smile still shines, but not for me. There's a distance growing that I can't see. Your touch is colder than before. You don't reach for my hand anymore. You're standing here, yeah, miles away, leaving pieces of us every day. You say you're tired, nothing's wrong, but your eyes don't stay on mine for long. There's a stranger hiding in your face, and I'm slowly losing my place. Something feels different, I can feel it in the air. You kiss my lips, but your heart isn't there. I'm holding on while you're letting go, breaking me in ways you'll never know. Every I love you sounds so weak, like words you no longer mean. It's already tearing apart my heart. Your phone lights up, you turn away like you're hiding yesterday. You laugh at messages I never see, while your silence keeps swallowing me. I ask if everything's okay. You force a smile and look away. I wanted trust, I really do, but my heart keeps whispering the truth. Maybe I'm afraid for nothing. Maybe I'm just scared to lose you. But love shouldn't feel this lonely, even when we're in the same room. Something feels different, I can't pretend anymore. The love we built is slipping through the floor. I'm reaching out with shaking hands, watching forever turn into sand. If you're already gone inside, please don't leave me with another lie. I'd rather cry because of the truth than smile while being fooled by you. The silence between us is louder than every promise you ever made. You smiled when your phone lit up tonight, but it wasn't me who made your eyes shine. You turned away before I could see, yet the truth was already breaking me. A perfume lingered on your coat, a name you never spoke. I kept pretending not to know, while my heart was begging, please don't go. I searched your eyes for honesty, but all I found was mystery. You held my hand with empty grace, while someone else had taken my place. Who's the girl behind your smile? The one who's stealing all your time? Was she there while I believed you were still in love with me? Tell me why you looked away when I begged for truth that day. You broke my heart without a sound, while she was the one you found. I found a picture you tried to hide, a happy face you kept outside our life. You wrote her words, you once wrote me. Now every memory feels incomplete. I read the lies between each line. Every excuse became another crime. The man I loved disappeared so fast, leaving only shadows of our past. Was I just a chapter you forgot, or a promise you never meant to keep? You chose another hand to hold and left mine shaking in defeat. She's the girl behind your smile, while I'm the girl who stays awake all night. You traded forever for a moment's flame and expected me to stay the same. I hope one day you hear my tears echoing through your quiet years, because the deepest scars you left behind will never leave my mind. You didn't lose me, You gave me away the moment you chose her. I stood beside you through every storm, loved every scar you tried to hide. I gave you all the best of me, but somehow it still wasn't enough. I changed my dreams to fit your life, silenced my voice to keep the peace. I broke myself to make you whole, while you slowly let go of me. Tell me what I couldn't be, tell me what you couldn't see. Was my love too small to hold your heart, or did you never give me yours? Was I ever enough? Was I only someone to fill your lonely nights? You took my heart with gentle hands, then left it bleeding without a goodbye. I counted every sacrifice, you counted all my flaws instead. Now every mirror asks me why, I still blame myself for what you did. I remember waiting by the door, hoping you'd come home like before. Every excuse became another lie, every promise quietly died. You looked at me with empty eyes, like love had already packed its bags. I begged for one more chance to stay, while you were already walking away. If loving you was my mistake, why did it feel so right? Why did I give you everything, only to lose myself tonight? Was I ever enough? Was I just the girl you settled for? You found someone new before I knew that you had already closed our door. One day I'll stop asking why, one day these tears will finally dry. But tonight I only hear one question: was I ever enough for you? I gave you my whole heart, you made me question if I ever had one at all. You said forever with a smile, like forever could never fade. I built my world around your words, never knowing they were made of smoke. You held my hand beneath the rain, swore you'd never let me cry. Now I'm standing in the same place, watching every promise die. How many lies can sound like love? How many kisses hide the truth? I believed every single then disappear before the colors dry. You said I'd always be enough. You said no one could replace me. Now your voice belongs to someone else, and I'm left holding the silence. That you gave me, though it feels heavier every day. It carries memories instead of hope, a chain I cannot break. I read our old messages at midnight, searching for the truth between the lines. Maybe the lies were always there, I was just too in love to see them. Did you or did they only sound beautiful? Because I built my future on your promises while you were planning your goodbye. Your promises were empty, but my love was painfully real. I gave you every heartbeat I had. You gave me wounds that never heal. One day your words will fade away. One day your shadow will remain. But tonight every promise echoes like a prayer that was never answered. Some promises don't break because of time. They break because the heart that made them stop believing. Stop believing. I watched you slowly drift away, even when you stood next to me. Your eyes searched for someone else, while mine were searching for the truth. I kept believing love could heal, that we'd survive another storm. But every step I took toward you, you took towards someone new. You stopped saying my name with love. You stopped reaching for my hand. Before you ever walked away, your heart already had. You chose her while I was still choosing you. You broke the promises we made, like they were never meant to be true. I was fighting for our forever. You were building forever with someone else. Tell me, how was I supposed to breathe when you left me for her? When you left me for her. Oh. Was she worth the heart you threw away? If loving me became your burden, why didn't you just say you chose her? And in that moment I disappeared. The girl who loved you without limits became the girl drowning in her own tears. One day I'll stop saying your name. One day I'll stop chasing yesterday. But tonight my heart still breaks for the love you never chose. You didn't just leave me. You chose a life without me. You close your eyes without a care, while I stared at the ceiling in despair. Your breathing sounded calm and slow. Mine was breaking where you'd never know. I turned away so you wouldn't see the tears running silently down my cheeks. I covered my mouth to hide the sound, afraid my pain would wake you now. We shared the same bed, but lived in different worlds. Your dreams were peaceful, mine were falling apart. I cried while you slept, wishing you'd hold me one more time. I whispered your name into the dark, but you never heard my heart. I was breaking beside you while you dreamed without regret. The loneliest feeling I've ever known was crying next to someone I loved. Your phone was glowing in the night. You smiled before you closed your eyes. I wondered if she made you laugh the way I used to. I reached for your hand one final time, but you pulled away without a word. The tiny movement shattered me more than any goodbye could. Love shouldn't feel this empty. It shouldn't hurt this much. How could someone lying inches away feel a million miles from my touch? I cried while you slept, until my tears had nothing left to stood there with your suitcase, while I stood there with my shattered heart. One last look, one final breath, then everything we built fell apart. You never saw my trembling hands, or how my knees could barely stand. You said you'll be okay someday, then walked away anyway. The door closed softly, but inside me the world collapsed. Your footsteps faded into silence, leaving only echoes of the past. Your goodbye killed me, not my body but everything inside. The girl who dreamed beside your heart disappeared the night you said goodbye. I screamed your name through silent tears, begging time to stop right there. But love doesn't return just because someone is still praying. Coffee cup is still on the table, your jacket still hangs by the door. Everything reminds me of the life we'll never have anymore. I keep replaying our last embrace, searching for one hidden mistake. Maybe if I'd loved you more, you wouldn't have walked away. How do I breathe when every breath still belongs to you? How do I live when the future I believed in died too? Your goodbye killed me, it stole the light from all my days. Now every sunrise feels too cold because your warmth has gone away. One day this heart will beat again, one day these wounds will slowly mend. But tonight I'm just a girl trying to survive the sound of goodbye. You left with a suitcase, I stayed behind, carrying the weight of everything we used to be. This house still wears your shadow, every room remembers your name. But the girl who laughed beside you isn't here anymore. I wake before the morning light, just to face another empty day. The mirror shows a stranger now who forgot how to smile. I don't cry the way I used to, even tears have disappeared. When pain stays long enough, it learns to live inside you. There's nothing left inside, just echoes where my heart used to be. You took the colors from my sky, now every sunrise feels incomplete. can't escape. Friends keep saying time will heal, but time still whispers your name. Every step I take away from you still somehow leads me back again. I fold a sweater you forgot, then hold it close against my chest. It smells less like you every day, and somehow that hurts even more. If I disappear into the night, would anyone notice the light is gone? Or did I already fade away the day you chose someone else? There's nothing left inside, only broken dreams and sleepless nights. I gave you every piece of me until there was nothing left to fight. Maybe tomorrow I'll find my way. Maybe hope will learn my name. But tonight I close my eyes and hold what's left of me. You took my heart, but somehow I'm still here, learning how to breathe through the emptiness. The night knows every tear I hide. It watches me fall apart inside. I turn the lights off, close the door, but I don't feel like me anymore. Your picture rests beside my bed, like every word you ever said. I hold it close against my chest, then cry until there's nothing left. I bite my lips to hide the sound, afraid my neighbors hear me now. My heart is shouting through the dark, but no one hears a broken heart. These silent screams are tearing through my soul, a fire no amount of tears can never hold. I'm screaming your name without a voice, still haunted by a love that wasn't my choice. Every heartbeat feels like shattered glass, every memory cuts as it comes back. I'm crying louder than the storm outside, but all my screams stay locked inside. The moonlight falls across the floor, like footsteps walking to the door. For just 1 second I believe it's you, then silence tells me that isn't true. I talk to shadows on the wall, pretending you still hear my calls. Maybe madness feels like this, loving someone who no longer exists. If pain had a voice, it would sound like mine tonight. If heartbreak had a home, it would be these sleepless nights. Why did you leave me with this silence? Why did you leave me here alone? I'm screaming until my my silent screams. No one heard me, not even you. And somehow that hurts the most. I took the long way home today, just to avoid our favorite street. But every corner called your name, and every step brought back your memory. The little cafe where we laughed still keeps your shadow in the chair. The songs they play sound just the same, only now you're not there. Every window shows your face, every sunset feels the same. No matter where I run to now, I always end up in your memory. Every place reminds me of the life we said we'd never lose. Every road still leads to you, no matter which one I choose. I hear your laughter in the rain, I see you smile in passing cars. How can I leave you behind when you're everywhere I am? Park where you first held my hand, the bridge where we watched the stars. Even the wind remembers us more faithfully than your heart. I try to throw the pictures away, but memories don't burn like paper. They live inside every quiet moment, growing louder after midnight. Maybe one day this city will stop whispering your name. Maybe one day these streets won't feel exactly the same. But right now, even strangers remind me of you, and that's the cruelest part of losing someone I love. Every place reminds me of promises that faded into dust. I still carry your ghost beside me, even though you've already moved on. One day I'll walk these roads again without looking for your face. But tonight, every place I go still leads me back to you. I changed my destination, but my heart still knows the way back to us. I took the long way home today, just to avoid our favorite street. But every corner called your name, and every step brought back your memory. The little cafe where we laughed still keeps your shadow in the chair. The songs they play sound just the same, only now you're not there. Every window shows your face, Every sunset feels the same. No matter where I run to now, I always end up in your memory. Every place reminds me of the life we said we'd never lose. Every road still leads to you, no matter which one I choose. I hear your laughter in the rain, I see your smile in passing cars. How can I leave you behind when you're everywhere I am? Where we watch the stars, even the wind remembers us more faithfully than your heart. I try to throw the pictures away, but memories don't burn like paper. They live inside every quiet moment, growing louder after midnight. Maybe one day this city will stop whispering your name. Maybe one day these streets won't feel exactly the same. But right now, even strangers remind me of you. And that's the cruelest part of losing someone I love. Every place reminds me of promises that faded into dust. I still carry your ghost beside me, even though you've already moved on. One day I'll walk these roads again, without looking for your face. But tonight, every place I go still leads me back to you. I changed my destination, but my heart still knows the way back to us. I stood in front of the mirror today, searching for the girl I used to know. Her smile disappeared without goodbye. Somewhere inside your lies, my eyes are tired from endless nights. My heart is bruised beneath my skin. I barely recognize my own reflection, or the silence living within. You didn't just break my heart, you broke the way I see myself. Now every crack inside this mirror looks a little bit like me. Broken mirror, tell me who I'm supposed to be, because the girl who loved him endlessly no longer looks like me. Every shattered piece reflects the pain. Every scar still whispers your name. I'm standing here trying to survive, while losing myself a little more each night. I wear the face the world expects, pretending everything is fine. But behind these tired eyes, I'm still trapped in our goodbye. I used to dream without fear, now hope feels so far of the woman you left behind. Broken mirror, I won't let these cracks define my soul. You shattered every dream we built, but you won't take my tomorrow. One day I'll smile without pretending. One day I'll love the girl I see. Until then, I'll keep believing. Even broken hearts can learn to beat again. The mirror is broken, but my story isn't over yet. I closed my eyes to find some peace, but your voice was waiting there. Every dream became the past, every breath became a prayer. I packed away our photographs, locked them deep inside a drawer. But memories don't stay imprisoned, they find their way through every door. I'm sinking a little deeper with every thought of you. The waves keep pulling me under. No matter what I do, I'm drowning in memories, fighting a sea I cannot see. Every wave is made of yesterday, crashing endlessly over me. But only find your name. The deeper I fall into the past, the harder it is to escape. The scent of rain still reminds me of the night you held me close. Now every storm outside my window feels like another ghost. People tell me time moves on, but mine stopped the day you left. I'm counting moments instead of years, still waiting for a miracle that never came. If I could swim beyond this pain, I'd leave the past beneath the tide. But every current pulls me back to the place where love died. I'm tired of fighting shadows, tired of calling out your name. Still my heart keeps searching for someone who'll never come again. I'm drowning in memories, but somewhere beneath the waves, a tiny light is still alive, refusing to fade away. Maybe tomorrow I'll reach the shore, maybe my heart will ache a little less. But tonight I'm still lost in the ocean of us. The water keeps rising, but so does the sun. Maybe one day I'll learn how to breathe again. was real, would I have cried myself to sleep? Would forever have disappeared so quietly? You held my heart like fragile glass, then let it fall without a sound. I kept believing love would stay while you were already leaving. Maybe I confused holding on with being loved. Maybe I called it forever when it was only fear of goodbye. If love was real, would it leave me wondering what I did wrong? Would it trade my loyalty for someone new before I was gone? Love shouldn't make me beg to stay. Love shouldn't make me lose myself. If love was real, why did it feel like I was loving alone? I remember every promise, every dream we used to share. Now they drift like autumn leaves scattered everywhere. I used to blame the girl I was, thinking I wasn't enough. But maybe the truth was simple. Real love doesn't ask you to become someone else. Maybe love is gentle, maybe love is kind, maybe love doesn't disappear the moment someone new arrives. Maybe someday someone will hold my heart without making me question its worth. If love was real, it would choose me every day, not only when the skies were blue, but even through the rain. One day I'll stop chasing answers. One day I'll stop chasing you, because love should never leave me feeling impossible to love. If love was real, then one day I'll know. Until that day, I'll keep my heart open for something real. I folded every letter you wrote, placed them gently in a box. Not because I stopped remembering, but because I had to let them rest. The room was quiet for the first time, no tears left to fill the air. Just the sound of my own heartbeat, learning how to live without you there. Some endings don't need shouting, some hearts stop asking why. Sometimes the deepest goodbye is spoken without a sound. Goodbye without words, no more begging you to stay. No more chasing fading footsteps that were already walking away. I'll leave with silent tears and the pieces you never saw. Because love shouldn't have to fight to be like home anymore. The memories still whisper softly, yet they no longer lock the door. I carried hope for far too long, long after you had let it go. Now I'm setting down that weight, one quiet breath at a time. You may never know how much leaving hurt, not because I stopped loving you, but because I finally loved myself enough to go. I forgive the girl who kept waiting in the rain. She only wanted forever with someone who had already left. Goodbye without words, this time I won't turn around. I'll carry every lesson, but leave the pain upon this ground. You were once my whole world, now you're only part of my story. I'll remember what we were without forgetting who I am. No last message, no final call, just one quiet step toward tomorrow. I woke up and the sun was shining. After so many endless nights, my heart still carries all the damage, but I'm slowly finding light. I made my coffee by myself. I opened up the curtains wide. For the first time in a long time, I didn't wish that I had died. I'm not okay, but I'm getting closer. I'm not healed, but I'm getting stronger. I'm learning to breathe without you, learning to stand on my own, taking back the pieces you broke, building a heart of my own. I'm crying less than yesterday, I'm finding peace inside the pain. Every scar is a reminder that I survived the rain. There are still nights I miss you, still moments I almost call, but I remember all the reasons why I had to let you go. I stopped blaming my reflection, stopped asking what I liked. Your choices were never my failure, and I won't carry that. Maybe healing isn't a straight line, maybe some days I'll fall again, but every time I rise back up, I meet a stronger version of me. The girl who cried in the darkness is learning how to shine. The heart you left behind is finally becoming mine. I'm learning to breathe without you, even when the memories remain. I'm finding beauty in the broken and freedom inside the pain. I don't need you to save me, I don't 'cause the girl you left behind is finding her own way. One breath, one step, one day at a time. I'm coming back to life. I used to think I couldn't live without you, like my world would end when you walked away. I held on to a love that was hurting me, just because I was afraid of yesterday. I counted all the tears I cried, I carried all the pain you left behind. But somewhere between the broken pieces, I found a strength I couldn't find. You took my love, you took my trust, but you never took the best of me. I'm stronger than your goodbye, stronger than the tears I cried. You thought you broke my heart forever, but you only helped me find my light. I was lost inside your shadow, now I'm standing in my own sky. The girl you left behind is stronger than your goodbye. I don't check my phone anymore, waiting for a message that won't come. I don't replay every memory, wondering what went wrong. I finally see the truth clearly. Love should never make me feel small. I was giving you my whole heart while you were giving me nothing at all. Thank you for the lessons, thank you for the pain. Show me what I deserve by showing me what love wasn't. I lost someone who didn't choose me, but I found someone who always will. Myself, I'm stronger than your goodbye, stronger than the night you left. The tears that once destroyed me are the reasons I survived. You were a chapter in my story, not the ending of my life. The girl who once needed you now knows she can shine. You walked away, but I found my way, and that's stronger than your goodbye. There was a time we burned like fire, two hearts believing we would last forever. We built a world from dreams and promises, never knowing it would fall apart. Now the room is filled with silence, the ashes fade upon the walls. The love we fought so hard to save is nothing but a memory now. I try to hold the flames together, but some fires are meant to die. No matter how much we want it forever, some endings can't be denied. We are the ashes of us, what remains after the fire is gone. The love that once lifted me higher is now a song without a sound. I still remember how it felt before the lies, before the pain, but I can't rebuild a broken home from ashes and yesterday. Your name doesn't hurt like before, but it still carries 1,000 memories. I don't hate you for leaving, I just wish you had loved me honestly. We were beautiful for a moment, a story written in the stars, but even the brightest flames can leave the deepest scars. So I'll release the words I never said, the tears I kept inside my chest. I forgive the love that couldn't stay, and forgive myself for begging it to. Maybe in another lifetime we would have found another way, but in this one we became a lesson instead of forever. We are the ashes of us, a beautiful fire that couldn't survive. I will carry the memories gently, but I won't let them control my life. The smoke will fade, the smoke will fade, the darkness will end, the darkness will end. From these ashes I'll rise Goodbye to what we were, goodbye to what we couldn't become. The fire is gone, but I am still here. I kept your name inside my heart long after you walked away. I held on to the memories, afraid they were all I had. I waited for a sign from heaven, a reason to believe again. But sometimes love is not about staying, sometimes it's knowing when it ends. I don't hate you anymore, I don't wish you pain. I just finally understand, some people leave to teach us how to change. I finally let you go, not because I stopped loving you, but because I learned to love myself the way I always wanted you to. I release every promise, every tear, every goodbye. beautiful chapter, but you were never my whole life. Photographs, not with anger, but with peace. The memories can stay behind me without controlling me. I forgive the girl who waited, who thought she wasn't enough. She was only searching for forever in someone who couldn't love. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the lessons. I don't need to hold you anymore, because now